The criminal charges against ousted Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro are explosive. U.S. prosecutors say this wasn't just corruption. They allege this was a narco-terror operation that pushed massive amounts of cocaine into the United States. Here are the charges federal prosecutors say back that up. Prosecutors allege Maduro led a criminal enterprise using drug trafficking to fund and advance violent groups and coordinated large-scale shipments of cocaine destined for the U.S. They say he allegedly supplied armed groups with weapons and political protection to keep those drug routes open and use Venezuela's government, military, and airports to facilitate trafficking. Federal prosecutors say this was a years-long operation. Maduro has pleaded not guilty and argues he's still a sitting head of state, a claim that could become central to his defense. Let's look at the charges now with noted criminal defense attorney and former Fulton County Assistant DA Darryl Cohen. Darryl, good morning to you. Walk us through these charges, especially the term narco-terrorism.
Good morning. How are you? Well, this is simple at its face and complicated as we get there. First of all, we have to know, was Maduro captured or kidnapped? They're not mutually exclusive. And there is a lot of disagreement as to whether or not our reaching out to Venezuela and bringing him back to the United States was legal. Does it remind you perhaps of Noriega in Panama 30 years ago? Perhaps. So narco-terrorism is a very serious charge. And you have to remember, this is not the first time he's been indicted. In 2020, he was also indicted. We didn't get him at that time. We've got him now. And the charges have to be proven. It's easy to charge, and at some point the jury is going to say guilty in all likelihood, or perhaps not guilty. So it's incumbent upon the attorneys, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the prosecutors, to prove beyond and to every reasonable doubt that Maduro is guilty. And that would be 12 men and women on that jury. And a lot of what happens probably has to do with the 12 people individually, what they believe is correct. We've seen a lot of action since he was taken. Many people are glad that he's gone, but being glad that he's gone is not tantamount to liking or agreeing with the way he was gone. Having said that, how else would the United States get Maduro? He certainly wasn't going to turn himself in. Clearly, he did not expect that the United States would exercise an incursion and grab him. As many of us know, he was trying to get in his safe room, but he was unable to do it. And now he's safely ensconced in the United States.
And Darryl, so how strong do you think is the argument that Maduro should have immunity as a sitting head of state?
Sitting heads of state are not immune from committing crimes. They are people, some good, some bad. Some have a little bit of piece of good, a piece of bad. But the fact that he is or was the president of Venezuela does not give him immunity from committing crimes. That's just the way it is. And what concerns me is the way we got him. What happens if another country believes that our president, whether it's Trump or someone else, has committed a crime, and they come in and they grab him from the United States? Is that appropriate? Could that happen? Yes. Is it likely to happen? Absolutely not. But those are part of the questions that are posed to all of us in the system, and we wonder what is going to happen next. But the fact he's the president, so what? He can't commit a crime. He's not above the law.
All right, so 30 seconds left here. Tell us, how long could a case like this realistically take to play out?
Depending on how much evidence they have, depending on his lawyers, depending on the United States lawyers, this could start in a couple of months, though I doubt it, because it's going to take a lot of time for his lawyers to know what's going on, for him to fill them in, giving him a defense. It could take 6 months, it could take 2 or 3 years, but they're going to move it quickly.
All right, Darryl Cohen, thank you so much for being here with us this morning, always bringing us your expertise.